All right, hey, I'm with my good friend Gabriel here in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Gabriel, I'd just love to have you tell my listeners some things about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Gabriel Kisanga. I'm from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. We are planting churches, training leaders, and we care for orphans also. So far, we have planted 12 churches in the DRC, one church in Pointe Noire, and then we trained 5 pastors in Angola, and then they planted 25 churches over there. From time to time, my son came to teach in our seminary. Now he's teaching also in our seminary. We have 28 students now attending our seminary. He can train exercise of book of Colossians. So we appreciate the visit and we are very grateful for that.
All right, so you're in Angola, you're in the Republic of the Congo, and also the Democratic Republic of the Congo, is that correct?
Exactly, yeah, because in Africa we have 2 Congos, the Republic of the Congo, which is Brazzaville is capital city, and then the Democratic Republic of the Congo. This is my country, and then we are now in Kinshasa, the big city, and I will say that about 17 million of people living here in Kinshasa. We have 450 at the tribe here, and the 3 main ethnic group of people. We have Bantus and Tutsis and Pygmies living here in the DRC.
Okay. You also have 2 seminaries, one here and one in the Republic of the Congo, right?
Exactly. We have one seminary that we started in Pointe Noire in 2007, and then another seminary in Kinshasa we started in 2019. And in Pointe Noire we can receive some support from France. They can afford a building and a school, but here in the Congo we are struggling for that, and we are still in the process of remodeling our existing building so that we can have orphans and church also.
Great. You also work with about 100 children too, is that correct?
Exactly. There are 120 children, and at this time they are all spending night outside. We will take them to the partner orphans so that they can take shower and food, and we want to accommodate them. That's why we need some support. We are praying for that so that we can finish. So we hire a company and then they ask us some money. So we need that money so that we can finish and then we can accommodate these children.
Okay, so at the moment they're basically living on the street, but you're helping them with medical and food and showers and hoping to build out a building for them. Is that correct?
Exactly. At this time they are on the street. We will take them to another orphan so that they can take shower and food. We are feeding them outside, but we need some support so that we can have them in our own building that we bought so far, but we don't meet the requirement conditions so that we can accommodate all of them.
Okay. What are some of the biggest challenges you have here in the DRC?
And I will say that in the DRC, our biggest challenge is syncretism, because people are attached in the culture, and then enemies is most of people, they can be attending Catholic Church, Baptist Church, or I will say even evangelical church, but they still have animist mentality. So they will resist the gospel. Even some pastors, they can attend the seminary, they will graduate and they will have a doctorate degree, master degree, but still attached in some syncretism. We can feel that in the preaching and the way they live, the way they treat their wife, the way they treat their children. You will feel some syncretism, some animist background in there.
So you've because of the animist background and in different traditional religions, have you seen God working miraculously in there in a supernatural way?
Exactly, because in the Congo, I would say that only few people have access to the traditional medicine, to the conventional medicine. The vast majority of Congolese people, they can't afford that. And God, by His grace, we can see many people, they can have a bad disease and can be bitten by a snake, no medication, no drug, no clinic, but when we are praying, sometimes God will help them. I've seen some people bitten by mamba, but cured, but miraculously, and many kind of diseases, so God can help people I think that God knows, He's omniscient. You know that we don't have everything here to afford medical doctor. We can see that.
Oh yeah, so God, you see God healing in miraculous ways.
Exactly, I see God healing miraculously, protecting also people when they are war and trouble, and sometimes they can shoot and a bomb can fall, but not kill people. Just because God protects people. Yeah,
that's incredible.
Yeah.
A couple days ago, I preached in your church and really saw a lot of worship and joy. I'm just wondering, how do you see the gospel when it goes into the culture well? How does it affect the people? What effect does it have on the Congolese?
I noticed that when you are preaching sound doctrine and the gospel is transcendent and no matter what your culture, you can speak. Of course, there are some aspects of culture you will need to respect. But when you are preaching sound doctrine, I can see life of people being transformed. Many people, they will come to Jesus. I notice that when you are preaching sound doctrine, these people, when they come to the church, they will stay. If you are preaching just stuff like a prosperity gospel or something like that, these people, they will come today and run away tomorrow. They will come today and visiting some too many churches, but they can stay and grow, mature only when you are preaching sound doctrine. I can see people, God can transform many people's life.
Great. So when you're thinking of the mission that you have and what you're trying to accomplish with church planning and seminary and the children and all, what are some really key needs you have right now?
At this time, we need support to finish our building so that we can accommodate children in our building. Of course, we don't want to keep asking money and trying to raise support. It is not easy for me. We have also a project. We are hoping to have a school, and then we can raise support. Because if you have a school, elementary school and high school, and the people, they can pay money, because in the Congo, high school, elementary school are not free. You must pay. So you can generate some money, and then we can support our ministry if we can make money by our own ministry.
Great. How can we be in prayer for you and your family?
Please pray for me because we are now, I will say that because of the trouble here, my adoptive children, they got scared. We are trying to move them to Brazil, and then we are now processing visa. Now we can pray for that also. And pray also for my children to be involved in the ministry. Of course, they are all believers, but they don't live with me anymore. They live sometime in the United States or in the Congo. I want them to stay in the church and love God and worshiping God, just as they have been doing when they have been living with me. Yeah.
So, as I've observed you over the years, you're a trained engineer. You could have a lot of jobs, make money and that sort of thing. But you've actually stayed the course here in the Congo, even having to move your family out, but you're still here.
Yeah, I'm still here. I don't want to move. I'm still here in the Congo. We have ministering here. But my children, they want to move because some of them already moved. They got scholarship. I have 8 children, and then 4 of them, they got scholarship. They are not here in the DRC, but those who are in the DRC, they want to join their brothers and sisters. But I will still be here in the Congo. They are all grown up, but I'm here worshiping, and I'm civil engineer. I worked for 11 years so far. I work in Paris, France, in Belgium. I work in Los Angeles also. I work with an international company. I do waterproofing, but at this time I'm focused on training pastors and leaders and planting churches in the DRC, Angola, and Brazzaville, Congo.
Great. And you're talking about how your family has kind of moved out and so on. There's a lot of issues with rebels and the war and poverty and things like that has really caused some problems here. Is that correct?
Exactly, because of the war, trouble, rebellion, and this gang, and they are causing trouble here and raping people. This is the worst. And the boy, they can stand that, but girls, they are not comfortable because they are raping too many girls and women. Every age, you can be 70, 60, and but of course, mostly young girls are being raped, mostly compared to adult. But this is we need your prayer support for that also.
Okay. Well, we'll still be praying for you. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. take our time. So God bless.
Thank you.